Yo guys, it's your boy Cloudy. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the NBA playoffs. We're going to be doing a little recap of the conference semifinals that have just concluded now, whilst also giving our finals predictions and ultimately predictions for a winner. If you're new to the channel, please do like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I will have these videos out pronto. So we'll be starting off in the West with the Timberwolves versus Golden State Warriors. Unfortunately, a depleted Warriors squad with their Batman, aka Steph Curry, out with a hamstring injury, couldn't get the job done against the Timberwolves, and they were out in 5 games. Anthony Edwards, the young Timberwolves star, said himself that had Steph been in the series, the Timberwolves might be the ones down 3-1, not Golden State. Look, I think he was being a bit humble here, because honestly, even had Steph been there, I feel like the Timberwolves would have taken it in 6, maybe 7 games. Especially seeing how Jimmy Butler and Buddy Hield and Draymond Green ended up playing towards the end of the series. Luckily though, Steph's injury is not super severe and he will not be missing any time going into next season. Steph Curry or not, the fact still remains that the Timberwolves wrapped up GSW in 5 games and have secured their place in the conference finals. Moving on to our next series in the West semis, the Thunder versus the Nuggets. Look, now this was one of the more interesting series, especially the way the later games played out. Jokic somehow managed to drag the Nuggets to a Game 7. Jokic is currently leading all players in total points, rebounds, assists, and steals. So I think it's safe to say he's been putting the Nuggets on his back. Unfortunately though, it wasn't enough to get them through Game 7. In Game 7, Alex Caruso, standing at 6'5", guarded Jokic, the 6'11", 3-time MVP for most of the night. So you might think that would have spelled disaster for OKC, but that wasn't the case at all. Caruso had great minutes, especially on Jokic. He finished with a game-leading plus-minus of +40 and limited Jokic more than most centers his size could have done. Still remember when OKC was down 2-1 and that picture/video of SGA surfaced of him smiling immediately after the loss, going down 2-1.
As you're walking off the floor, you had a big smile. What's going through your mind at that moment?
Some fans were taunting me, and I know how the game goes. I know how life is. It's easy to taunt, and when you're up, and I don't ever want to show them that I'm defeated or mad or anything like that.
Despite OKC advancing, I honestly believe that the series was more of a stain on them than doing them any good, because honestly I feel as if they should have wrapped this Nuggets team up in 5 games, 6 at the most. Fortunately though, OKC does have a lot of depth, so I feel as if in the conference finals they will sneak past the Timberwolves in 6 games, maybe 7. Because as good as Anthony Edwards is, he can't do it alone. Julius Randle has been a great pickup for the Timberwolves and he's elevated his play in the playoffs, but I don't think it'll be enough to get through OKC in the conference finals. Moving swiftly onto the East, the Pacers versus the Cavs. Now this series, I think out of all of the conference semi-series, this is most definitely the most shocking. The Cavs were absolutely rolling throughout the season, going on multiple 10-plus game win streaks throughout the season, and even finishing with the East's best record. This unfortunately didn't translate into playoff success, and is unfortunately another stain on Donovan Mitchell's playoff career, due to the fact that he's yet to make a conference finals appearance. Yes, he's had a lot of big time games, multiple 40-point playoff games, especially back in the bubble, but yeah, as I just said, that hasn't translated to postseason success yet. I love how everyone called Tyrese Halliburton overrated, but he's proved time and time again throughout this postseason that he's legit. He's hit some big time shots in the clutch throughout the playoffs, and it doesn't seem like he's done yet. Our last remaining series in the East was the Celtics versus the Knicks. This is another heartbreaking series, as we all know Jason Tatum has gone down with a severe Achilles injury, and he will be recovering for about 9 months, they estimate. As soon as he went down with the injury in Game 4, the Celtics' chance of advancing ended right there. Since the series win, the Knicks fans have been going absolutely crazy on the streets of New York, throwing trash at Pacers fans, and just, yeah, this.
Julius Randle, all the fucking way. Boston suck my fucking dick. Ladies, shake your shit for the Knicks. Ladies, shake your shit.
To be fair though, they haven't been to a conference finals since the year I was born, which was a long time ago now. The year 2000 to be exact. So we'll see if Mr. Zesty himself, Karl Anthony Towns, and Jalen Brunson will be able to get the Knicks through the Pacers. The Pacers have much more depth than New York though, seeing as Coach Tibbs only likes to play 6 to 7 of his players throughout a game. We saw this in the regular season where out of the highest minutes played at the end of the regular season, think about 3 of the Knicks starters were at the very top of that list: Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges. So I think depth will be the deciding factor in the series between the Knicks and the Pacers, especially if one of the Knicks starters goes down with, God forbid, an injury, or for some other reason are unavailable for the series. I think that really does spell out doom for the Knicks. For that reason, I'm taking the Pacers in that series, and I believe they'll be going to the finals. So that means my finals prediction is the OKC Thunder versus the Pacers. And look, as much as I'd love Halliburton to win his first chip and silence all of the doubters, I honestly think it's practically a no-brainer that OKC will be winning the finals. OKC is just a deeper, more fundamentally sound, and just a straight up better defensive team than the Pacers. Something would have to go really wrong for OKC to lose in the finals. So that means my prediction for the winner of the 2025 NBA Championship is none other than the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'd personally much rather have any of the other 3 teams win, but unfortunately, I don't see a way that any of these other teams beats OKC. So that's been my playoffs and finals prediction. I'd like to hear yours in the comments down below. Who do you guys think is winning the conference finals and will be in the finals ultimately? And who do you believe will be taking it all home? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Please do like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if gaming is your thing, check out my gaming channel. That will be linked below. Check out my Twitch at Cloudy Films with a Z. And yeah, I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.